Hi folks, David here. Today we've got a route from Victoria Park all the way to Auchmithie along the coastal path, as you can see on the map there, nearly 4.5 miles, 26 minutes in actual time, sped up here to about 8 minutes. So off we go. I've put up captions with the names of some of the well-known features as we come past them. Unfortunately, from the path it is quite tricky to see the rock formations down at the sea on the coast. This wider part of the path runs to Dickman's Den, and it does tend to be the bit where you encounter more people, like that couple there and these boys. So here we go, just round the corner into Dickman's Den. I'm mentioning that Gully's Island is here. You can just see it a little bit better. There it is in the distance there, so called because there are many gulls that roost on that, and it's usually completely covered in them. From this point on, as I mentioned, the path gets a little bit narrower, which is a little bit tricky if you meet a biker coming in the other direction. The Dales Head there, the rock stack you can see there, is a very well known landmark of the area. So as we carry on, the beach you can just see there is Cove Haven, and we're approaching the music notes, which you'll see in a second. The rocks just out to sea there are called the Three Sisters, and Castle Gate is a short tunnel through those rocks that leads to the sea. So it's also worth mentioning here, this route that I'm now going on to is not at all the recommended route, and it's not a very safe route either. As you'll see, it's particularly on a bike, it's a little bit treacherous. Also, as this is not a current open route, the vegetation is very overgrown. As we go towards Seaton Den here, the official route at the moment would take you from the music notes down onto the beach, along the beach and back up to join the clifftop path a little further along. I'll point out when we come past where the path would rejoin. So as you can see, it really is a little bit tricky, especially on a heavy e-bike. I'm sure some bikers would be up and down these steps no problem at all, but I didn't fancy it really. I'm just about going to actually get into Seaton Den now, and once we get there the path improves considerably. So here we go, here's the bridge just over into Seaton Den, and yes, I did slightly crash into it there. So we're up one side of the valley, we've got to head down all the way to the bottom of the den, just find the crossing, cross over the dried up river, and then we head back up the other side of the valley and we rejoin the clifftop path just in a second or two. This is a walk that you can do from the road at Seaton Den. Actually, you can walk all the way through the den and get to this path and then carry on to Auchmithie. So those steps that we just whizzed past there, that's where the official path along the beach comes back up the cliff and joins back onto this path, which will now take us all the way to Auchmithie. And there is just down on the rock somewhere there the Forbidden Cave, but of course I can't tell you exactly where because it's forbidden. So this is just very slightly downhill when we're heading in this direction, which is quite nice. We can remember this is sped up, but we can fairly whiz along here, and it's usually fairly quiet, I find. So we're just going to come up to an interesting section here, which again you can't see at all, but in the field on the left where the embankment is, which is just coming up just here, there's the feature known as Gaelic Pot, which is a large section of cave where the roof has collapsed, and what was the cave is, you can now see that from the air in particular. And I do have a bit of drone footage at the end here after we get to Auchmithie, where I'll show you what that looks like. So we're just going into Castle Sea Bay now, and apparently this section is called Laverlock Den. I've never heard of that, but that's what the map says. So back up the other side of Castle Sea Bay here, and we can just see in the distance there the Coast Guard houses, which I don't think have any association with the Coast Guard anymore actually. And there's another little anomaly. The map says this area is called Meg's Craig. I've no idea what that's about. I've no idea what feature I'm looking for, but that's what the map points out for us here. So here we are onto the Coast Guard Station cottages, and this road, Coast Guard Road, leads between Auchmithie and the Coast Guard houses. Presumably at one time those houses were a Coast Guard lookout, I presume. On the left there, Old Auchmithie Schoolhouse, and we're just heading into Auchmithie now. And on the left there is the Button Ben, very good restaurant that's worth a visit if you are in Auchmithie. So we're heading down the Cart Road, which is just the road down to the beach. Just watch out for these people here. So this road has had problems at various times in its existence. It's been washed away, damaged, it's been closed. It's been foot access only, no vehicles, but it has in recent times been repaired, and it's reasonably accessible these days. There's a car that's decided to drive down, just parked there. So we're just approaching the end of the road, the harbour and the beach. Thanks for watching. There is some bonus drone footage, or dronus footage as I often call it, coming up. Do enjoy. Thanks.